Yes, we had another red trade today. However, my goal is to perform exactly as I would perform when I'm doing my back testing. My data for 6 weeks of back testing is pretty profitable. The problem is some of these trades are very long trades that I'm getting into and holding, but when you back test, it's not a problem. You just speed it up to see the results. And that's exactly what I need to do when I'm trading live. And that's extremely hard, as you know. Today, I held on to this trade for an hour and a half. It went in profit, went in the red, went in profit, came back to the entry, went in profit, and then ultimately into the red. And I held through the whole thing. So we're getting there. The trade today it met all my requirements, and I'm not upset about it whatsoever. In fact, I'm actually excited that it played out perfectly, although we didn't make money on it, but everything else played out perfectly. So I think we're on our way in the right direction, and I'm excited for the future. We skipped the morning session because Powell was talking, and looking back, which I go over here in a second, there was nothing for me anyways, which was that was a good decision. Tomorrow he's speaking, I believe, in the afternoon, so I'm most likely only going to trade in the morning and skip the afternoon session altogether. So with that, enjoy the trade. Talk to you guys later. All right, we've got our zones drawn out. Between 12 and 1 p.m. we are marking the high and the lows. What we would like to see is trading beneath the lows or above the highs with a fair value gap in the opposite direction, targeting the other side. So if we were to come down here, I would want to see some trading done down here with a bearish fair value gap pointing up this way. I'm also okay with a bullish fair value gap just down here anywhere, targeting the buy side. Looking back at this morning, it's a good thing I did skip because there was nothing anyways. So if we look between 10 and say 11-ish, mark out our zones. Oops, this is supposed to be over on between 5 and 2. So we've got a high here and a low. And now if we had waited until 10, we've traded up above. So I would be looking for bearish fair value gaps pointing to the low, and we didn't have anything. And then we kind of rip off. Once I saw this making new highs and stuff, would have realized there was no trade there for me. Not a big deal. We skipped it anyways. We come into this gap, I'm taking it. Put our stop down beneath this candle. Leave her in. Technically, yeah, this is a setup. Got that gap right there. Putting our stop beneath the swing down here. That kind of started that move. And we are targeting these highs, not necessarily all the way up there, but we've got several gaps to get through. I think if we were to get up to this order block, we could take that for sure. But see if this works out. If it doesn't, it was a setup. I waited for it. We had everything, and if it doesn't work, it was just one. It's just a setup. It doesn't work. got in at 103.75. Let's see where 50 points is. 153. I guess I could have done that math. That's pretty easy, but I wasn't even realizing where we were entered. Our exit is 177.25. See how this plays out over the next however long. After yesterday, I'm prepared to hold this until close. Well, there we go. I'm not mad about not taking profits here. Obviously, it was nowhere near what we were targeting. Got up to like 44 points, but my main goal, my first goal is 50, and then I'm really trying to hold out on going from one side to the opposite when I draw these ranges out. I don't remember during back testing when there's a huge move like this if we shouldn't draw out the very tops, because if you can see, we ran right above these. And then had a fair value gap, which this would have been a potential short or a potential trade right there, and then targeting the lows for, of course, 50 points. But it was kind of tricky with, I mean, obviously we can see that that's what happened, but the rules in my strategy are the highs and lows between 12 and 1, and the high was up here. So that's what we aimed for. So we marked that down as a loss. And we come back tomorrow for the London session and do the same thing. I don't think I even want to try another one, especially with it being after 3 now. But I did everything I was planning on doing. I entered where I do when I backtest, and I held that for a pretty damn long time, and I couldn't do that in the past. So improvements. Another reason why we scaled down to 3 contracts. It's only $160. No big deal. And that was a 1 hour and 23-minute trade. That's insane. Let me know how you guys did. I think we have Powell talking tomorrow afternoon, so I'll probably skip the afternoon session and only look for setups in the morning. And so we should have a video earlier on in the day, unlike these past few ones. You guys have a good one, and talk to you in the comments.